gentlemen, friends, Romans, countrymen, familiar denizens of the Mushroom Kingdom, and class of 2010. Hi, how are y'all doing tonight? You know what? I've always hated graduation speeches. No, really, I have. All that schmuckus about one door closing and another opening and every end is really a beginning. I find them to be generally repetitive, overly sentimental, cliched, formulaic, and often downright boring. Kind of like Twilight. Therefore, I'll try to keep this as pithy and painless as possible. So the other day, at 2:45, as I was walking out of school for my last time as a student, amidst whoops of end-of-the-year joy, I turned around and looked at our school. Really looked at it. Its cupola gleaming in the sunlight. Okay, not really. Standing in all its CHS-ish glory. And I thought, well, that was meaningful. What now? And that, boys and girls, is really the central question facing each one of us as we sit here today. What now? And that is the question that ultimately you must answer yourself. Now, I know we've all chosen a college, and most of us have some sort of idea about what we might want to major in or have as a career. And those things are all important, but in the long run, they seem to become rather trivial matters. Allow me to show what I mean. Not to be morbid or anything, but I'm going to be. I want you to take a good look at the people you see around you today. Your classmates, parents, friends, relatives, teachers. Have you ever thought that each and every single one of us is going to die someday? No, seriously. Now, poets and movie directors like to point this out in order to tell people to seize the day, boys. And yeah, you can carpe diem all you want, but if you don't ever stop to appreciate anything, then you might just wake up one day and discover that life has passed you by. Therefore, I give you the following advice. Seize the day, but savor the moment. Think, guys, this is the only time you'll ever graduate from high school, and the last time we'll all be together as a class. So close your eyes, if you will, and savor the moment. What is that feeling that surrounds us tonight? That feeling like we've all been through experience together that no one else can ever quite understand. In the German language, that feeling is called a Zusammengehörigkeitsgefühl. Literally, a together belongingness feeling. Yes, it is one word. Unfortunately for us, however, English does not have such epic compound words. On the brighter side of things, we've all got our entire lives ahead of us, and you can answer the question of what now, however you want. It is up to you to create a life for yourself, so that when the roller coaster of life finally does come to a complete stop, you won't roll up all over the poor guy sitting next to you, who didn't really want to be on there anyway. But instead, you'll emerge victorious, with windswept hair, laughing, and unfasten your seatbelt, feeling invigorated. In our senior class, we may have the future President of the United States, a future Wall Street mogul, or the next YouTube sensation. I highly doubt it, but hey, people are full of surprises. Even during our brief, yet sometimes seemingly eternal high school career, we've accomplished some things. We haven't failed out, and we've made it through without any permanent damage. We've all managed to pass the senior project without fabricating any hours. And I finally discovered the question to life, the universe, and everything. But I forgot it almost instantly. I know, it was sad. You know, I've always had this sort of crazy pipe dream about having some epically memorable end to my high school career. Of maybe setting off some enchanted fireworks in the middle of finals week and riding a broomstick off into the sunset. And I was going to ask my wizard boyfriend to pick up some Weasley's wildfire whiz-bangs, but then I remembered that I don't have a wizard boyfriend. But that's okay, because if I had done that, I would get in trouble, and I probably wouldn't be allowed to speak before you today. It would be so worth it. You know, I had a pretty epic ending to this speech, but alas, they didn't like it, so I had to take it out. But in the words of Dolores Umbridge, this is school, Mr. Potter, not the real world. But hey, you picked your battles, and in the big scheme of things, the closing line of a speech is a rather trivial matter. What matters far more, at least for now, is the fact that we are at that great hilltop in our roller coaster of life when we leave the great valley of high school and childhood and enter the mysterious beyond of college and the real world. That's right, my friends, because each and every one of us is on a quest. And while our stated goal now may be to go to college, graduate, and get a decent job, I learned an ancient thing, that the stated goal of any quest is never the real purpose. Life is like that too. Sure, you have goals, but what makes life meaningful is not so much what you accomplish, but rather everything that happens along the way, and leads you to a better understanding of yourself. So I instead leave you with some practical advice. If you are ever in a plummeting elevator, lie flat on the ground. That way the force of impact will be evenly distributed all over your body. And if you are ever buried alive, tie your shirt over your head before attempting to break out of a coffin. That way you won't be as likely to suffocate on the dirt. But hopefully none of you will ever find yourself in either of those situations, because that would really stink. And don't drink and drive either. That's all I have to say. Thank you.